Hello, you filthy gamers here. I hope you're having a good day, and welcome to this video. To those that are new, welcome. I do a little bit of everything. We do news, reviews, playthroughs, a whole bunch of everything. It's kind of what I'm feeling for the day. I'm new to doing the YouTube thing, so I'm kind of feeling out what I'm really enjoying doing, and also when I'm doing news, it's kind of just what's really striking me interesting for that day when I'm reading it. So for the few hours I have for every day, or whenever I have time to record YouTube videos, I try and just do something I think that you might enjoy, and I definitely enjoy. I hope other people enjoy these things too. And if you're coming back from previous videos, thanks so much for coming back, giving the channel a chance, and liking it enough to come back. So let's get on into it. We're going to talk about this GameSpot article here, and also all the links will be in the description. Anytime I'm showing an article or whatnot, I've seen a lot of channels that talk about articles, and then you go to their description to maybe find the link to whatever they're talking about, and I always oh man, I kind of wanted to read it too. I'll definitely have the link in the description there. All right, so let's do this. E3 2019, something called Ubisoft Pass leaks. Just what is the Ubisoft Pass? Interesting question. I don't know if you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking, though, when I read that. And what I'm thinking is, another one. How much is it going to cost to be a gamer eventually? You got to be given, your $5 or whatnot a month to the EA if you're into those games. You got to be giving your money to this thing every month for games over there. And you got all these different downloaders. You got everything under the sun. And it's kind of just like, can't I just buy the game I like, own that, and then just call it a day? We've already got season passes, we've got DLCs, we've got microtransactions, we got anything and everything taking our money. And the whole time all of this is happening, it just seems like more money is going out to these companies and less game is coming back. We've got games losing their story modes. We've got games losing all content whatsoever. These same games are then reusing maps and reusing content and just regurgitating the same game every other dang year. It's just crazy. So when I saw this, I was like, I gotta talk about this. Golly. A listing for what could be a new Ubisoft streaming service has emerged online ahead of E3 2019 next month. Members of the Resiterraform via VG247 spotted a placeholder listing for something called Ubisoft Pass. Yay! The listing has since been removed, but VG247 reports that Ubisoft Store also had a page dedicated to subscription services that has also since been taken down. That is curious, since Ubisoft does not currently operate any subscription services. How many games does Ubisoft really have that they're going to be like, oh yeah, subscription service to our yes, we have many worth it games for you to play. Assassin's Creed. Aren't these fun? It takes you a week to get to the end of the game of playing every single day, of doing the same 3 types of quests over and over and over and over again, so that we can reason out that this game costs $60, but with barely any good storyline anymore, or enthralling things happening. A main character that you're just like, hey, if this person was to not be around anymore, I probably wouldn't regret it. It's like, man, I bought the last 2 Assassin's Creeds, and both times I played them for a day, back on the stream. Nobody came to the channel to watch it because these games are boring. And even me taking an 8-hour, block of time to play it, at the end of it, I was just like, all right, I've experienced it. I'm definitely never going to beat this game. It's just going to go up on a wall somewhere because it looks cool, and that's about that. The original placeholder image was for a premium version of the Ubisoft Pass. This wording suggested that the service, if it is real, may be available in different tiers. Oh, great. What are you going to get for these tiers? Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot, I'm sorry if I don't say it correctly, Guillemot, I'm guessing, is a big believer in streaming as a technology that will be a huge deal for gaming going forward. I don't understand why the biggest companies in gaming don't understand the biggest rule of gaming. Your games, you need to release them, and they need to feel like the gamers that play them were sitting at the table with you, and we were all sitting there like, oh, you know what would be so cool in this game? Oh, man, it would be crazy if there was this board where all of a sudden you got to get in a freaking tank, and you got the gunner on the back of the tank, and you're racing down the side of the mountain, you're doing this and that. Oh, that would be so cool, man. Like, none of the games really feel like that anymore. It kind of feels like, you know what, we'll keep on making game if you keep on paying money. If you don't keep on paying money, then you get no game. You know, that's really what it feels like. With time, I think streaming will become more accessible to many players and make it not necessary to have big hardware at home. That's, you know, a kind of interesting and good point. There will be one more console generation, then after that will be streaming all of us. That is a very unfortunate truth, I feel. I do think that we're leaving the physical of the gaming industry. We're not going to be going in and buying these things anymore, which really I think it sucks. I think that we really got to fight to keep the physical versions around. I do not think, I think digital services, especially in the video game market, will always be anti-consumer. I think that you will get less and less content and be paying more and more for that. Because really, if you're paying $5 a month to Ubisoft, how much of that money is really going to go to that gaming company that's actually making the game, you know, whatever developer company that Ubisoft is paying? It's really going to be such a small piece of the pie that these game companies are just not going to be able to make. You know, like this was made, Hellblade made by an indie company here. You know, these things are still going to exist, I feel, but I really do think once we go to hardcore digital, it's gonna be bad. For a streaming service to have success, you need content. As one of the biggest publishers in gaming, Ubisoft is not lacking in content. Okay, as its back catalog is deep and rich, with major franchises such as Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Splinter Cell, Rabbids, Watch Dogs, and many others. All right, they've said pretty much one that I think is relatively successful, and the newer Far Cries have done pretty okay. The Assassin's Creed, of course, make money just because people like the kind of sneak and fight and everything, and they do look visually stunning, so you are getting an experience. But as per game, this list sucks. Watch Dogs? Oh yeah, let's mention Watch Dogs 1. That was a success. Really. Really, I'm sure a lot of people are saying, but Splinter Cell was amazing. You know, none of these games are like the top game in the gaming sphere. Like, this is a company that doesn't make a lot of money, but in my opinion, I guess it's just my opinion, I don't feel like any of the games have much replayability. Like, they're all kind of games that if I play once and then it just goes on a shelf, you know. I don't know. Like, Assassin's Creed, you gotta go way far back. Like, I still have, like, the collector's edition of Assassin's Creed 2 inside for the Xbox 360. And I loved it. Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, loved. And then after that, kind of was like, me. I just didn't like the story. We've contacted Ubisoft to see if the company has any comment on the Ubisoft Pass listing. If not a streaming service, it's possible Ubisoft Pass could be an EA Access style offering where people can pay a monthly fee to get access to a variety of titles. Oh. There's only speculation, however. For now, you should take all of this with a grain of salt, as Ubisoft has made no announcements. Ubisoft's E3 2019 briefing will take place Monday, June 10th, beginning 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it's 4 p.m. for me here on the East Coast. GameSpot will have all big news from Ubisoft. Go to GameSpot for all the big news and rumors. I don't know. This is just a rumor. I don't think I could put too much into it, but when I read it, I was like, I gotta talk about it, because I do feel like if we don't fight it now, if we don't we gotta not buy it. We gotta not pay for this. You know, we gotta show these companies, the big companies, that this is not gonna work. Because if they make money off of this, and if they make good money off of this, then they'll start buying development companies. And then they will get those companies titles and series and everything, and then they'll just start owning everything. So I really just, you know, as a consumer, I'm just saying, if you agree, just don't buy it. Don't do the free 1 month that they give you. to just, get a chance to maybe play a beta. Because then that's how they start doing it. It's like, hey, if you get the free month, we'll let you in on the beta early. You'll get early access on a beta. You'll get early access on a release, And it's like, no, you shouldn't get early access just because you're in a subscription service. The game should release to everybody at the same time. Just because you're on the subscription service, that shouldn't be a perk. How's that a perk? The gaming community is a gaming community, because then it forces you, if you're being able to pay for it, but your friend can't, but your friend was able to save up to buy the game outright, like it's one of the rare occasions they can save up, and then they're screwed. They can't play with you, and then now you're like well into a game, especially if it's multiplayer. You've got the guns unlocked, you got everything, and a lot of the community's got everything. You can't now compete against them, especially like Call of Duty, if you think about it. There's a lot of guns, so if you get into it late, then all these people have like the better guns, and you're getting into matches and you're getting housed because they're already like prestige level 2, and you're like, how the heck, like, wow, and it's just all in all, when I think about it, things like this are just company only. They're not consumer thought about. They're company only. Is just how much money can we get from you. We want your money, and we need to make excuses for ways to get it from you. So we devalue the games by doing monthly subscriptions. So instead of paying $60 a game, hey, you only got to pay $5 a month, so it's $60 a year. So you're paying the cost of one game, and you'll be able to play all these games throughout the year. But then how much is that development company making? How long are they going to be able to live off of that? Oh, do they think that the way it's going to math out is that more people are going to pay for the subscription service, so since they're making more money, they're going to be able to split out the money to the game companies better? No. What's going to happen is you're going to have to consolidate all the companies, because you're not going to have enough money to pay all these people. And the video game industry already, we have too many people qualified for the jobs, and that's why they could just treat people like poop. That's why they could do these crunch schedules for years and just get away with it. Because, hey, you're burned out, you're to a point where you're like really suffering, because you really love video games and want to work on them. Well, all right, we'll just fire you, and we'll get someone in here in like 20 minutes. Because there's tons of people out there. It's just, we got to walk away from this. Look, if you need to charge $70 for a game, if the price of the game, if they can give us legitimate proof that games at $60 are not profitable to make, that this isn't still putting millions of dollars in a CEO's pocket, if people at the heads of these companies aren't getting $15 million in bonuses when their games aren't doing well, when they're firing 800 employees and CEOs again $15 million in bonuses at the same time, when they can prove to us that games are not profitable at $60, then yes, move up the price. But until then, we gotta just fight back against this and just not buy it. We gotta stop buying it. It's us that are letting this happen. It's us. It's not them. They'll only do what they think they can get from us. And as long as we're buying, as long as we're paying the money, it's just going to keep on going in this dang direction. Golly. All right. Well, I can ramble about this all day to the point of losing my voice. I hope I don't offend anybody. That's not my goal here. It's just, yes, I'm emotional about this because I fear where gaming's going in the future, and especially the near future. And I want to be able to still buy my games and still play my games when I want to play them as a consumer. I want to be able to own them forever instead of having another digital download service. I want to be able to say, hey, you know what? The PS5 comes out, or with this, the new Xbox comes out, I could play it. When the PS5 comes out, hey, look, I've got other games here for PlayStation. I've got everything. I want to be able to play it. I come from the days of, Atari. I come from the days of the Intellivision. I want to be able to own my games. Back then, you got games of quality, and you got them in mass. I think we should go back to that. I think game companies need to be shown the money's only coming with quality. make good games, make them to be an experience, and you'll make money. Because so far, I really don't feel that they're not making money. I feel that. I feel like they are making money. They're making enough money to keep on making these games. I don't think they're making too little money where they got to close their doors. I think what it is that they're not making enough money to give out millions and millions of dollars in bonuses, and they're only being able to give out single million digits in bonuses to high-ups in the company. And that's the only reason why we're seeing these situations, is that these people want to make tens and tens of millions of dollars every year, and they're just not making that right now. I think that's what it is. And that's a shame. You know, if $1 million isn't enough for you, what's enough for you? You know, I don't know. But I'll leave it there. 15 minutes. Golly, guys, I'm trying to keep these videos short. Golly. Thank you for watching. Give your video a chance. I appreciate it. See you in the next video. I don't know if I post every day. Go on Twitter. You'll see if I'm posting.
Like, comment, subscribe, and follow if you dare.